Hi, welcome back. I'm Missy and I write the blog RamblingRoseFarmhouse.com, and I'm glad to have you here today. If you saw my video last week, which was on freezing peppers, and I showed you how I freeze my banana peppers, jalapeno peppers, and bell peppers, when I have extra ones, I showed you how to freeze them, how I freeze them for the way I want to use them. And so one of the things that I told you that I love to do with my jalapeno peppers and banana peppers is to make stuffed peppers or pepper poppers. So that's what I'm going to show you how to do today. And what I want to tell you about that is that I make them different every time I make them, just based on what ingredients I have available. So you can do that too. You don't have to follow exactly what I show you today. You can substitute different things, and I'm going to talk about that as I do this. But you can make them the way that your family will like them. So you can use ingredients that you like and make them the way your family will like them. So they're super easy, and they're just super forgiving. Like, you don't have to do it any specific way, and they're still going to be really good. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to use today. I'm going to use this. This is a seasoned pork that our local grocery store makes. They season it. And so I sent my son to the store, and this is what he came back with. So this is what I'm going to use today. Also, you can use, we make a venison sausage. I use that sometimes. I use ground beef. I've used ground pork that's not seasoned. If I use a meat that's not seasoned, I do season that myself. And, my favorite seasonings to use are like garlic powder, garlic salt, salt and pepper, a little Cajun seasoning. But if you make your own, season it with whatever your favorite seasonings are. And that way, you'll know that you like it. Okay, I'm also going to use cream cheese. And then I am going to use this shredded Mexican cheese, which is like 4 different cheeses. But, keep in mind that I said you can use all kind of different ingredients. So this is just what I'm going to use today, and I'm going to tell you as I do it other things that you can use. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get this meat cooking. I'm just going to break the meat up as I brown it. I want to get this broken up as small as I can, since my peppers are not that big. So I don't want to have big hunks, and I want to have small pieces. Alright, I believe this is done. It still looks pretty red, but I think that's whatever they have it seasoned with. So I am going to go ahead and drain some of this grease off of it, because this is a little bit too much grease. for what we're going to do here. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and dump it back into my skillet now that it's all drained. Now I've taken my cream cheese and I've cut it into little squares, and that's just going to make it melt in here easier, but I'm going to go ahead and add this. And I have had it sitting out so it's a little bit soft. I'm going to add my cream cheese in here, and I am using 1.5 pounds of meat and 1 8-ounce cream cheese. But this again is something that you can do the way you want to do it. Sometimes I use more meat, sometimes I use less. You can use more if you want them to be more of a solid, meat kind of stuffing, or you can use less meat and just have it be more of a cheese stuffing. So now I'm just going to let this cream cheese melt in here. At this point, you might want to add chopped jalapeno to this. If you want to have a hotter pepper, you can add chopped jalapeno. A lot of times I do that if I'm stuffing banana peppers. I'll go ahead and chop some jalapeno up and put it in there so they'll have that jalapeno taste to them. But you don't have to do that, that's just an option. Now I'm going to go ahead and add a cup of this mixed Mexican cheese that I had. And like I said, I use whatever kind of cheese I have. I usually use cheddar because I usually have cheddar. But another thing that I like to use, especially if I'm just doing banana peppers, is a lot of times I'll use like a pepper jack cheese, and that will also give it a little bit more spice. And you don't even have to add any extra cheese. You can do it with just the meat and the cream cheese. Or you could do it with just the cream cheese and the other cheese. Like I said before, you can do it with whatever you have and it's still going to taste really good. So this is melted, and now this is ready to stuff into my peppers. So I'm going to turn this heat off and I'm going to grab my peppers. Okay, I have a bag of my peppers that were in the freezer that I already have cut up. But like I said, you can either use frozen ones or you can use fresh ones if that's what you have. But I'm going to go ahead and take some of these out, put them on my cookie sheet, and then I'm just going to show you what I do with them. I've got my, oh, and I wanted to show you these too. I love these little, I don't know what they're called. They're just like multicolored sweet peppers that you can buy in the grocery store. And I stuff these the same exact way I stuffed those. I didn't show these in my other video because I'm not growing any of them, but they are really good cooked this way too. So I just take my frozen peppers and I just go ahead and spoon some of this filling into them just like this. And then I'll place them on a cookie sheet because I will either go ahead and bake them if we're going to eat them right then, or I'll stick them back in the freezer because all of this stuffing is cooked already, so I'll just stick them back in the freezer. I'll freeze them like this, and then I'll take them out and bake them in the oven whenever we're ready to eat them. And also, we eat these, like tonight, this is going to be our meal. We'll have some other vegetables with it, but this is going to be like the main dish of our meal, the meat. But we also eat them for snacks. When you have them in the freezer, already stuffed like this, and you can just pull them out and bake them really quick, they make a really good snack. We eat them for lunch sometimes. We eat them for dinner. So just whatever. They're just really good. So another suggestion is, if you wanted to fancy them up some, you could wrap bacon around them before you bake them. And that would give them a whole nother flavor there too. And they would be really good with bacon wrapped around them if you didn't put any meat on the inside, if you just did the cheeses. But, so like I said, we do these banana peppers this way. They can be a little tricky. The jalapenos are pretty easy because they're just kind of bigger. But this is it. This is what I do. I'll place them all on a cookie sheet. Okay, so these are done, and they're either ready to go back into the freezer and freeze like this, and then I would put them back into a Ziploc so that we could just take them out when we want them and go ahead and bake them. Or I'll go ahead and bake them now, which that's what I'm gonna do. But I do them both ways. Sometimes I'll just do a whole big batch of them and cook some of them right then, and then put the others back in the freezer. And then they're easy to use that way. So these will bake at 350 for about 20 minutes. You just need to watch them, and the top will start getting a little brown and the peppers will start getting soft, and that's how you know that they're ready. So they're just really good, and they're something we enjoy. They're one of the things that I like to have in my freezer ready that I can cook really quick. That's one of my things that I really try to do, is have things ready already in the freezer that I can just take out and pop in the oven, or however you prepare it, and it's easy and quick. And this is one of those things. So I hope that y'all enjoyed this video. I hope that you will give these pepper poppers a try. If you like stuff like this, I guarantee you that you will like them. And remember, make them to suit your taste with whatever different meats and cheeses that you like. And so if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. If you hit the little bell for notifications, you'll be notified when I add another video, which I make a video every week. So thank you for being here today, and I hope to see you back again next week.